So everybody, Erik ten Hag has done an interview and he's talked about some very, very interesting things. In this video, we'll be talking about what he said on Jadon Sancho, Joshua Zirkzee situation, as well as winning trophies and much, much more. So don't forget to drop a like, comment and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos and let me know which videos you want to see. So we're going to start off about what Erik ten Hag had to say about Joshua Zirkzee. So he said, Joshua Zirkzee is a player who can link up the game, who can be available, hold up the ball, have good ideas, be creative and can dribble and make combinations. He's a different type and always what we're looking for. So it gives us more options tactically, which is good because especially up front, we have many players who can play very direct and they can take a big benefit from his skills. So listen, Joshua Zirkzee, we know he's going to be a key player for Manchester United. And we know he's a different sort of player what we had. He's not a Rashford, he's not a Garnacho. He's more of a Amad Diallo, someone who can kind of link up play, dribble, open up areas for other players to go in, create spaces, and also score goals. He's a prolific kind of forward. And the main thing which it offers, when you're signing a new player, you're looking for something different and a standout factor. And with Joshua Zirkzee, he has some factors that some Manchester United players don't have. And that is a real positive. He's a good player on the ball, he's quick, he's versatile. And I think the variety that he's going to offer to Manchester United in this forward position is going to be so good. I think it's going to be a different thing to what Manchester United fans are seeing and being used to seeing. And listen, working with the coaches, working with Ruud van Nistelrooy is going to be something really special. And I can't wait for him to kind of take over the forward role. He might not start every game, but he's certainly going to be a key part and kind of make and motivate Manchester United players. I mean, when a new player comes in, they're going to be fighting for positions. And that's what it's about. I mean, Zirkzee coming in is going to make Rashford try harder, Garnacho try harder, Anthony up his game, Sancho if he stays, Højlund because he's going to be fighting for that position, even Bruno as well. So it is kind of a benefit as well, bringing in more depth. And that's something that Manchester United have obviously struggled with over the years. So yeah, there's a lot on Zirkzee. He's got a very different skill set. And the fact that it's coming from Erik ten Hag himself, talking about what he can add, is a real positive, because I think Zirkzee can be a very special talent for Manchester United and offer a lot of things forward and defensively. So yeah, I think he will be a very key player for us, and I think a player who will add a lot of quality. Now, we got some news on players returning. He said it starts on Wednesday with Scott McTominay returning, and then next week Rasmus Højlund and Christian Eriksen are returning. So yeah, we're going to have players back. Obviously, the players who got to kind of the latter stages of the Euros, for example, Mainu, Shaw, they're probably the only two I can probably think of. They won't be coming back yet for another couple of weeks. As they got to the final of the European Championship, so they won't be back. But it's good to have players back. They'll be getting some minutes in their legs, kind of getting back to the understanding of club football. And yeah, we're going to get players back, so it'll be a time to kind of assess as well. Players like Scott McTominay, if they are going to be staying or leaving the club. And yeah, so it's going to be nice. They'll be going on tour with Manchester United. Always good to get players back, as I said, get them into the thick of things and kind of get them ready for the season ahead. So yeah, that is a big positive with that situation. And I think it is interesting that we're going to have players back and see which players can kind of make it into the team. It's going to be time for players to work hard and up their game. He said, Erik ten Hag talked on Jadon Sancho. He said, Manchester United need good players and Jadon is a good player. We have moved on. Listen, I think the Jadon Sancho situation is interesting. Manchester United are increasingly considering keeping Jadon Sancho. No final decision yet as the club will listen to suitable offers, but keeping Sancho is a scenario being discussed. So it's looked like Manchester United and Erik ten Hag are kind of drawn a line under the situation that obviously happened previously at the start of last season. It has been a long time since we've kind of seen Jadon Sancho play for Manchester United. So listen, we'll probably get glimpses of him in pre-season. He might play the next game and see what he can do. But with Jadon Sancho, I think he does. The main reason why Manchester United do not want to let him go is the money side of the things. He's on 300 grand a week. Over that 75 million price tag, it's going to be hard to let him go. But with no other option, they don't want him to go on loan again due to the money, I think. And if no suitable offer comes in, he will stay at Manchester United and he will have to play a part next season. We can't Erik Ten Hag has kind of drawn a line under it, so it's going to be like a fresh start, kind of a new player coming in. And he will add depth to that Manchester United team. I mean, on the right-hand side, you're going to have players like Ahmad, Anthony, Garnacho can play there, Sancho, Zirkzee, Rashford, Garnacho, Bruno, Højlund. Like, there's going to be a good striking department there. And I think we might need Sancho in games. I think, listen, I've said before I'd sell him. But if you can't, you're going to have to support him. He'll be at the club. You're going to have to stick around with him and see what he can offer to the club. He has certainly got a very, very unique skill set. And this kind of be a third kind of chance for him at Manchester United, where you can see, hopefully, he can kind of get it to work. Because, listen, we all want Jadon Sancho to be successful. He's a decent player, don't get me wrong. He's good on the ball. He's a very, very technical player, a different sort of player as well. He's not a direct player. And he will add a lot he will add variety and squad depth, and that's kind of what we're going to need. Now, Erik Ten Hag also said, I think we showed we can beat the best team in the world on the last occasion of the season. So when everyone is fit, we already know we have a good team and can achieve a high level, but also we know in terms of depth, we need more players. Especially this season again, more games, the new model, the new format of Europe. You'll have more games in a season, more intense games, no winter break, and a January that's very condensed. So you need squad depth. Then it's more about the survival of the fittest. And that's right, we will need a good squad. We will need a thick squad as well, a squad that's going to have variety in all positions. So I won't be surprised if certain players that you expect to leave Manchester United, for example, Maguire, I think he'll stay at the club. I think Lindelof will leave. But certain players that you didn't expect to stay at the club will be there just due to the intensity and the sheer amount of games that Manchester United will have to play next season. It's going to be a difficult season. So maybe certain players like a McTominay, who would you expect to leave or kind of want to leave? Like, we're going to have to keep players around. Yes, there's some obvious that we need to get rid of. The Greenwoods, kind of. I think Lindelof will go. Maybe a Wan-Bissaka. Like, them sort of players, at Amrabat or whatever. There's going to be certain players that we're going to have to stay because we're going to have a lot of games. But if you can get rid of players, then we can bring other players in. For example, we bought in Zirkzee already, De Ligt, Euro. Reports we can only sign one of them. I think we do need 2 centre-backs, a right-back. Like, we need to strengthen our squad so we can have the best possible chance of competing. And that's something that Erik Ten Hag is obviously talking about. Now, Erik Ten Hag also said, we won 2 trophies in 2 seasons. Apart from City, that's more than any any other club in English football. What we achieved with the structure we had, with the staff we had, is a big achievement. But I think we have higher ambitions. We set ourselves higher targets. And he's right. Listen, 2 trophies in 2 years is good. But ultimately, it's not the best. Like, it's decent. It's a good start. It's better than what other clubs have had. That's right. But we need to be going to bigger, better things. I mean, our league position last season was terrible. So we kind of got to change that and kind of improve so we can have that opportunity and ability to kind of be one of the best clubs in England. And I do think we can go there. It's all about making those next steps. We're slowly implementing things. You've got that new structure now. And that was all kind of Erik Ten Hag said in this interview. But let me know your thoughts. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Peace.